So you cannot be in a
Very.
relationship and then you'll be telling your partner about your past relationship. How my ex treats me. I will go out
If
on
Okuma
dates.
just go back to the
Do you
ex,
understand?
why you leave then?
So
I think
that
I understand that you cannot control what the other person is going to send to you, right? You cannot, like, if someone wants to call you sweetheart, you can't control it. You
exactly.
understand?
Thank God we're here.
Which kind of I mean, does happen. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. You already know I am Chisom, and
My name is Samuel.
yeah, so guys, guess what? Guess what? We are at 100 subscribers. Like, you guys made it possible. You guys really made it possible. Thank you so much. We are grateful.
We really appreciate.
We
Really
are
appreciate. We
we are
thank you
grateful.
for the subscription. We thank you for your
Yeah,
time. Because like she said, without you guys, we will not be here. Well, I
exactly.
think we're more than 100
Yeah,
subscribers now,
yes,
right? We've
yes,
crossed that
yes, yes. You guys made it
threshold.
possible. You guys,
Yeah,
thank you so much. I'm
we
very
really
grateful.
appreciate.
Thank you. And if you're just seeing our channel or you're just coming across our channel, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. Okay? Yeah, so that you can get informed or notified when we post a video. In this channel, we talk about real and honest relationship talk.
We keep
We
it real.
dissect it, you
Yeah.
understand? So we share lifestyle vlogs on our YouTube short. So this channel is packed with a lot of things. So do well to subscribe. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so one other thing I need to add is on this very channel, we don't do gender wars, right? It's not
Okay?
a gender biased
Exactly.
channel, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to say that out there so that you guys will understand it. Before we continue, you look really stunning, right?
Okay. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
like your combination of perfume.
Thank you.
If I don't appreciate you, if I don't actually compliment you, it's in a game.
Okay. Thank you. And you look good
As
too.
always, as always. Okay, guys. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking to you guys about something very important, something that is real, and something that is like a fact out there, but a lot
Yeah.
of people don't know about it. A lot of us do this thing. A lot of us ignore it totally in our relationship. So it's actually the relationship insecurity, right?
So guys, let's dive into this topic main. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go. So before we dive into this topic fully, I really would like to know what this insecurity in relationship really means, right? My audience too would love to know what insecurity in relationship really means. So if you can
Okay, so
explain.
I think I'll just have to break it down, or
Okay.
just make it simply put, so we all understand what relationship
Okay.
insecurity is. So I feel relationship insecurity is like a manifestation of jealousy
Okay.
from a partner in a relationship, right?
All
It can
right.
come both ways, but where a partner starts feeling in a certain kind of way jealous
Okay.
towards his or
It's
her partner, right? Now it can come as a form of maybe from what this partner sees. It
okay.
can come from what the partner feels. It can come from what the partner thinks,
Okay.
right? So these things can actually result to jealousy, which
Jealousy.
might now lead to insecurity. Now there are certain things in these relationships, in your relationship, that on a normal you are not supposed to actually read meaning into it or
Okay.
start poking, how do I say, like poking into it.
Okay.
But then when you start having that being overly jealous in that relationship towards your partner, you will now start having to now look into things you're not supposed to look into, think about things you're overly thinking about things you're not supposed to think about. I
Okay.
don't know if you
Yeah.
understand.
I
So those are
think
the things that cause this relationship insecurity.
valid point. Valid point.
Yeah.
So have you ever find yourself overthinking every little thing your partner does? Like you overthink his response, you overthink his text message, you overthink his reaction, like you overthink everything your partner does. You're so insecure that you read meaning to everything he does or
Yeah.
everything he says to you.
Just like we said in the beginning, right? Um, when you have a partner, you probably use the word. Let me use the word jealousy, and you're
Yeah.
jealous about your partner. I think it's actually so wrong for you to be in a relationship and you're jealous about a lot of things around your partner. Now, your partner probably he's out there.
Yeah.
Um, he had a challenge,
Yes.
right? So he calls you and he tells you about his challenge. Like
Yeah.
he might tell you he's stranded. It might be true he's stranded, but then because you're insecure or because you're an insecure person, you start having other thoughts around it. You start thinking your partner might be out there with a woman.
Yeah.
You start thinking your partner might have been probably is out there doing a whole lot of different things, right?
Exactly.
So it's
Yes.
I think it should not make okay like another scenario where you call your partner for like 3 times, he doesn't pick.
Hmm.
You start overthinking it. You start thinking your partner probably is busy doing something somewhere, right?
True.
And I think I won't lie to you. I'm not trying to be gender biased right now, but I think it comes mostly from the females, right? They always feel when even when a man is busy out there doing his work, there are times you might call and he might not pick your call. You now start feeling,
But that's true actually. That's
yeah,
true.
yeah,
But but I will definitely put
you're a woman, I know.
but there are some cases that is actually true.
We know,
Yes.
we know.
I
We're not actually disputing it, but there is a way I think we should be programmed or we should think, right? So it might be true, but you don't know if it's true or not, right? Now, in order for you to actually secure your relationship, you need not to start thinking in the negative. So what if it is not true?
true.
Do you
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
So your partner might be busy to maybe he might be depending on what job he does or what work he does out there. He might now okay he wants to call you back at a time when he is free.
Okay.
So you shouldn't jump into conclusion thinking that maybe your partner who is out there working might actually be out there doing something else, right?
Okay.
So it's actually you should have trust for your own self.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is this saying that they always say trust but verify. But then in this case, you don't need to start thinking about verification. If he says he's out there doing a job or he's out there at his workplace, you should just take it that way. Because when you start overthinking these things, it now start creating loopholes. Do you understand? It starts creating loopholes for problems, start creating loopholes for doubt, especially. And relationships and marriages, they don't need doubt. When there is doubt in a relationship, it's like trust. If there is no trust, the relationship fades away. So I think it's also a good one. Then another thing, just like we added to this, sorry, it's I think stalking actually speaks to this too. Now
Yeah.
there are men, I want to
Exactly.
speak to the guys here too because mostly guys does it a lot. Now you have a girlfriend who is probably she wants to go out for a birthday party with her female friends.
Okay.
Some of the guys might not want to allow her go for that birthday party. Some of the guys are too protective
Protective.
of their
Yeah.
girlfriends that they feel they wouldn't want to allow her go out there maybe flex with her female friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big insecurity.
Yeah.
We feel it's protection, but I think it's insecurity.
Insecurity.
And then when she's out there, or some cases when maybe she goes out there to buy something and she doesn't come back maybe as expected, you
Yeah.
start calling her, where are you? What are you doing? Who are you there with? These things are little stalking lies that actually they cause a lot of insecurity in
Yeah. I
relationship.
feel women to do that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I
So
think I think it goes both
yeah,
ways.
it goes
Yeah,
both
it's for
ways.
both parties. So
Yeah.
these things are little signs in relationships that you might not know are actually they are stuff that can cause insecurity. Are the real cause of breakups.
Yeah.
But you might feel you might be waiting for cheating, you might be waiting for the big things, or maybe
Yeah.
a man who beats a woman. But when a man or a woman finds there are some little insecurities in your relationship with him or her, they might tend to just I think the relationship start fading
Fading off.
gradually,
Yeah.
right?
So now we have actually talked about signs of insecurity.
Yeah.
So now we are diving into another phase of this insecurity, right? We are talking about the types of insecurity. So I think first on our list is financial insecurity. This particular financial insecurity, I think I'm going to pass the question to you. What do you really how do you see this financial insecurity? You can
Okay.
explain more to us.
So I think we need to actually understand what this financial insecurity talks about. It's
Yeah.
actually where couples or partners have this fear of maybe the other party or the other
Okay.
person earning more than you do, right?
Okay.
So, but it's good I talk about it because I'm a man, right?
Okay.
Because in relationships, when you find out that the woman in the relationship earns more than
Okay.
the man, I think it sets the imbalance. It makes it look,
Yeah.
it doesn't balance well, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's just probably as a result of the society we have, the structure of the society where it is the man who is supposed to make provisions for
Yeah.
anything financial
Yeah.
aspect, right? Okay, another thing is if you see a woman who earns more than a man, there's a tendency that she might be disrespectful, right? I'm not saying all women who earn higher than their husbands are disrespectful.
Okay.
I'm saying there is this tendency of being disrespectful to your partner, right?
Okay.
Okay,
That's
even when the
when the
woman
woman earns
earns
more
more
than the
than the
man.
man.
Okay.
Now, even if that is not the case, it doesn't sit well with the man because he has this fear that
Okay.
my woman might actually be downplaying a lot of things in the house. She might about it almost looks like if a woman's obligation
Okay.
might actually be passed down to the man. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So
True.
in relationships, in marriages, you find out that when there is financial insecurity, it's actually what causes it leads to fear, and then there's this chance, slight chance, possibly I would say, of them breaking up.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're in a relationship and be you a man or a woman and your spouse or partner earns more than you in that relationship, it should be an avenue for you to encourage your partner, for you to
Exactly.
advise, be the support system. If
Exactly.
it's a career woman, help her grow her career path, right? So you should be like a pillar of support. You should be happy for your partner. You should even
Exactly.
aim higher for her, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually supposed to be a win-win for both parties. If she
Of
keeps
course.
going higher, or if he keeps going higher, it is a win for the two of you.
Yeah.
So if you're in that relationship and you have this fear of your partner earning more than you, I tell you something, you're actually having a financial, you're actually having an insecurity in that
Okay.
relationship.
Yeah.
You're an
Exactly.
insecure person. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I feel if your wife earns more than you, I feel you should help. Just like you said, you
Yeah,
should help in maybe whenever she's not around, maybe if it's to help with the kids, maybe watch over the kids. I know that some men do that, right?
yeah, they do,
Yeah,
they
some
do.
men do that. If you can watch over the kids, like since she's not around, it's not as if she doesn't know her role, right? She doesn't know her role as a woman. But if she's not around at that moment, maybe she's out there working. I feel you should support her in those kind of ways. Okay, so I think you've actually done justice to that financial insecurity.
Yeah, it's
So moving on to the next one, which is what emotional
insecurity.
insecurity. So I feel this emotional insecurity, like why I explained what insecurity was in the beginning. I said it's when you're threatened by the people around your partner, right? You're being threatened by his female colleagues, his female friends, you're being threatened by them. So it still boils down to this emotional insecurity. You're not being proud of yourself. You're not I feel you're having low self-esteem.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I,
you're
I,
having
I think something else is when you're in a relationship and you have this fear of being replaced,
yes,
right?
exactly.
Just like you said, emotional. I'm
Exactly.
sorry, low self-esteem.
Esteem, yeah. So when you're scared of being replaced, so I feel there's every tendency that you will get threatened by people surrounding him.
Okay, so I think I'll just have to make an addition, just a little addition to what you've already
Okay.
said, right?
Yeah.
So I want to bring it to realistic terms now. So if you're a man or a woman in a relationship
Mm-hmm.
and there's this fear you have of being replaced, I think you should actually think of something before you even start being scared, right? Okay, so this person in question actually chose you over whoever else there, right?
Oh yeah.
He chose you in the first place. And if you play your cards well, if you're of good behavior and you are actually living up to whatever standard he
You
wants,
want
so you shouldn't be scared. Like the
exactly.
low self-esteem you spoke about, it shouldn't be something that should come into play when you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
So you know the person you're dating, so So you know the standard this person wants you to be at, right? So,
True.
but majorly the problem we always see is when probably a party or a partner sees maybe his partner or her partner with somebody who he feels is probably more handsome or more
Yeah.
beautiful than she is, right? Or he is.
He
So
is.
I don't want to be biased right now.
Yeah.
So if the person feels either that low self-esteem sets in. So, but then
Exactly.
if you are in a relationship and you understand that you are the package, you are,
Exactly.
yeah, do you understand? You are what you are,
Yeah.
like you're a full
Yeah.
package. You shouldn't be scared, even if the person is more beautiful. You
Then,
know what you're made of. You
of
know the stuff.
course.
You should just be concerned or centered around building yourself, right? So I think
Exactly.
we shouldn't dwell much on this. So I think this says it all. Okay, so guys, moving forward,
Yeah.
um, let's talk about social insecurity, right?
Yeah. I
So
think is among part of types of insecurity.
yes,
Yeah. So
it's actually a one of the most common type of insecurity that is out there. But
yeah.
we said it earlier, people don't know much about it. So
Exactly.
social insecurity is actually a type of insecurity that happens when you are actually comparing your relationship with what you see online,
Online.
right? You know,
Exactly.
a lot of things happen out there on social media. You see a lot of good sides of relationship, a lot of fun sides, people catching cruise, people doing a whole lot of things in their relationship. But I tell you something, right? That are behind the scenes in most
Exactly.
of these relationships,
Exactly.
which you won't see on camera, right?
Yeah.
So they show you what they want you to see. So it's not as if it's
True.
something, yeah, it's not as if it's something maybe you see the whole of the relationship, yeah.
Relationship.
So
Exactly.
yeah, so it's actually whatever you see on social media is
Yeah.
actually scripted, and it took them time to practice it and like get used to it and then present it to us out there,
Yeah.
right? So
Exactly.
when you are in a relationship, you shouldn't be bothered about what you see on social media, the
Mm-hmm.
people you see. There are people I know some people who even have favorite couples, like stuff like that, right?
Yes. Now.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
most times when you see these couples, probably when the guy does some things to the woman. So you expect your own partner to do the same thing to you, right? It doesn't really turn out or happens that way. It shouldn't
Yeah.
be that way all the time. So social media shouldn't be a part of the reason why your relationship should gradually be in jeopardy or
Exactly.
putting you
Yeah.
under pressure, making you now want to actually
Yeah.
pressurize the other person because of the things you see on social
Yeah.
media.
So right now there's a lot of fake lifestyle happening. You
Exactly.
understand? So they come online to show you what you want to see, what you love, but inside it's a disaster. Honestly,
Exactly. Yes.
honestly.
So you guys need to be on your watch
I
out.
don't think you should compare your relationship with what you see online. I don't think it's okay. Okay.
Okay, so we've been talking about relationship insecurity, right?
Okay.
So I wanted to ask, where do you think relationship insecurities actually do come from, right?
I feel relationship insecurity actually come from maybe your past relationship trauma, like
Okay,
things you experienced in your past relationship.
relationship, yeah,
Yeah. Then also social media pressure,
yeah, that
maybe
counts.
exactly. Just like we actually said when we're discussing about
So,
social insecurity,
insecurity,
things you see online might, trigger you and you might start behaving insecure, right? So it has a lot of impact. You see online, it has a lot of impact in some people. Okay, and I think low self-esteem, yeah, just as we explained what insecurity means, right?
yeah,
Yeah, when you have this low self-esteem, you're actually intimidated by, your partner, the people surrounding your partner, right? You are
okay,
intimidated by them. You have low self-esteem. You are always, insecure about your partner. So I think that's where it comes from.
yeah. I think you made a lot of sense. I think you actually hit or even got it all correct because if you look at the first one you mentioned, right?
Yeah,
You said your past, it might come from your past relationship.
relationship.
Now a lot of people actually find this very very difficult to understand.
Okay.
The fact that you've been in your past relationship, right?
Mm.
You've been with somebody in the past and he or she did something to you in the past probably
Mm.
that actually made you lose trust on this person. It doesn't necessarily mean, or it doesn't immediately mean that the next person who you're going to meet in that in another relationship might
Yes.
actually do the same thing, right? We're
Exactly.
not saying they will not, but we're saying you should actually give room for trust,
Yeah.
right? So if you're in a new relationship and you probably, if you've experienced anything in your past relationship, it should be in your past. So give room for trust, and then get to understand this person and know if it's something that you guys can walk around
Exactly.
without actually trying to
But
relate it.
yeah, but I
Okay.
feel if man do you shaggy, you go no say sometimes even to even give room for another relationship
I
is,
understand.
you know, I don't think you understand.
No, I understand. In this case, it's not actually. It can happen both ways, right? It can happen to the
True,
man. It can
true.
happen to the woman. But what we're trying to say is, if somebody has done you something in your past, it is him for him. It shouldn't be generalized, like the way you guys normally see men as scum, right?
But last
Probably.
last una be scum sha o.
Okay, so that being said, so you also spoke about the personal low
Closer.
self-esteem,
Yeah,
right? It's actually something that we should take serious
yeah,
in a relationship. It's very very important that you don't have a low self-esteem. You need to have the courage to be able to carry yourself around,
exactly.
no matter how you look or what you look like, right?
Yes,
You need to actually know how to actually present yourself very well, so that it doesn't really make you now start feeling less of yourself in any
yourself. Yes.
situation. So another thing I want to buttress more is actually this lack of communication, right?
Yeah.
You might be in a
Okay.
relationship and at the time, probably the man, let me use the guy now, the guy might be somebody who is always busy, right? You, from your own end as a woman, you now start feeling, he doesn't communicate with me again. Does it really mean that he's no longer, he doesn't really pay attention to my needs again?
But
Does it really,
why will you be busy for your relationship? Like why? You should
if
have time, right?
it's true, but there are, this is realistic, right? It might,
Realistic, then you're supposed to cover time from that your busy schedule, right?
I
I'm
know,
making sense
yeah, you're
now.
making it, but I know we always say it the way we will say it this way, but in the real world, most times it doesn't really happen that way. A man might be carried away. I think the most important thing we should actually be talking about here is, do you actually know if this person cares about you? Does he really love you? If you know he loves you, there might be times he might not have time for you. I don't know if I made sense.
No,
I
no,
think you're being emotional right now.
no. I'm not being emotional. Now, you just said
If
if
he really
someone,
loves
yes, if he really loves you,
you,
you
yeah.
should you
You should
should care.
understand
I
that there
mean,
are times that he might not have the time
to do what?
for you.
You might not have the time for me.
Yes.
Hey,
I don't know how else to say it, but that's why I said in the real world, right? It depends on the kind of job he does. There are days where he might not be able to even call you the way he does. There are days he might call you steadily, right?
okay.
So that's what I'm trying to explain. So it doesn't necessarily mean that if a man doesn't, okay, like maybe he's the type of guy that always gives you this reassurance of how he loves you, gives you confirmation and affirmation that you look beautiful and the rest of it. Then there are times or days when he might not be able to give you those things due to his work schedule, due to the nature of the job, or due to where he actually finds himself currently. So you need to actually not start thinking that this man does not love you again, or is it that somebody outside there is actually taking his time or replacing you? So
Okay.
if you understand this, you'll be able to conquer insecurity. Do you understand now?
True, true, true. So, babe, I really want to know, or I want you to tell the audience, how does, partners trigger each other's insecurity? Like, sometimes I know they don't really know,
Yeah.
like, but they do trigger each other's insecurity. I really want to know. Like, tell us.
Okay. Just like you said, a lot of things we do out there in relationships that we don't actually do it. Most times we don't do it intentionally. We do
Okay.
it unknowingly, but then it causes a lot of harm in
Yeah.
relationships, right? So if you're in a relationship, I'll talk about the first thing I'm going to say here is um if you're in a relationship,
Okay.
it doesn't make sense if you always talk about your exes, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. True.
If you're
True.
somebody who always talks about your exes, you make reference to your past relationship,
Okay.
or you talk a lot about attractive people
Okay.
to your partner,
Yeah.
it triggers insecurity, right?
Exactly.
You don't know about it. A lot of people
Exactly.
might not know.
Very
Yeah.
valid.
So you cannot be in a
Very.
relationship and then you be telling your partner about your past relationship, how my ex treats me, how we go out
If
on
Okuma just
dates.
go back to the
Do you
ex, why
understand?
why with me then?
So that is
True.
one of the is really a big red flag.
Valid point.
The next thing I think we should also actually consider here that triggers this insecurity in relationship is actually being emotionally unavailable. Like we spoke about it before,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So we actually made it. You need to constantly reassure your partner, right?
Exactly.
Communicate with your partner and give him or her that very constant reassurance that you're there for her.
Yeah.
She's the only one for
Just
you.
as what you said, reassurance in where insecurity comes from.
Yes.
Exactly. This one, you need to reassure the guy, the girl, or the guy that
Yeah.
okay, yeah, you love him, but then you need to create time. You need to create time.
Exactly.
I'm
I,
serious. Like you need to create time for that person you love, right?
okay, I think you want to drag us back,
No,
but let
I'm
me
not
explain
dragging you
something.
back.
So I think you want to drag us back. But why I say you want to drag us back is okay. We should maybe it might be a topic for another day. But let me explain this. There are times you might not meet up or make up for this partner of yours, and there are other times you might not double it up. Right? Say during working days, you might not have that time all the time for your partner, but then during the weekends, you might not make up all of the lost times. I don't know if it makes sense.
Right on, sir.
Okay, so we spoke about that constant reassurance, right? You should always be emotionally available to your partner. There are times your partner will actually have his or her downtime, emotionally down due to pressure, due to financial challenges or stress. A lot of things might actually cause your partner to have emotional downtime.
Yeah.
So you should be there for your partner. So another important thing we need to actually know that might actually trigger um, relationship insecurity unknowingly is probably when a partner wants to hide something from
Oh
the other
yeah.
person,
Or I
right?
things.
Or hide
Yeah.
things from the other
Yeah.
person. You're not doing this maybe to harm or hurt the person, but you might actually be doing it to avoid problem, to avoid drama,
Okay.
just
Okay.
for peace to reign and the rest of it. But it
Okay.
actually can actually trigger insecurity, especially when the other partner gets to now find out.
Find out.
So it now
Yes.
makes it look like at every point in time, probably if there is a scenario or a case, the
Yeah.
partner now gets that sense of probably you're hiding something from me.
Exactly.
So it now makes that relationship an insecure
Yeah.
relationship. Do
True.
you have
You see this hiding things from partner,
yeah,
you know, even no matter how close we are, now I'm talking from our own,
experience?
experience, no matter how close we are, I know you hide things from me, maybe just to protect me,
Okay.
right? So I feel you should like, tell me some things, like some things, but because when I finally find out, maybe you be the one, like you be like you're sorry, or you're this, you're that, start apologizing when I eventually find out, right? So to avoid all those things, can you just tell me, right? Just
Okay. I like making reference to the reality out there, right? I like making reference to how things work out there in real life scenarios and situations.
okay.
So in a relationship, for the guys most times, there are things just like you said, he might not want to say it the way they are, or even want to say it to you at all,
Okay.
just to protect you. Protection doesn't necessarily it doesn't mean maybe protecting you from fights or anything. It means protecting you from actually being involved. There are some things that are better not said. There are some things that you better not know
No.
than you now know, and you're in a situation like putting somebody on maybe on a case of an emotional how do I put it, like imbalance, where you now have a conscious mindset of something, but you can't divulge it or you can't say it,
See it.
right?
Okay.
I also like making reference to maybe family situations,
Okay.
right? There are family situations that might happen in a relationship as a man.
Okay.
He would not want to share with the wife,
Okay.
not because he doesn't want to, but that it is actually important that he doesn't share it with the wife in that case. But we're talking about insecurities here. So if the wife understands or the partner understands that this man, there are things he shouldn't share with me. We're not talking about
Important things
we're
that
talking
you need.
about very
Yeah.
key things, not things that might move the family or the relationship. We're talking
Okay.
about key things, not decisions as well. I'm trying to place it correctly. We're talking about things that might be detrimental if you know about it. Let me use that word, right? So he should be able to actually hold some of those things down. But then we are talking about things that can trigger insecurity. Now, you understanding it the wrong way or getting a wrong signal about why he's actually holding it back from you might now trigger that insecurity in you as the other partner.
Yeah, the
You
other
now start
person.
thinking, this one my fiance, this one my partner is now hiding some things from me or not making me or putting me into the loop of what is happening. Probably he no longer loves me or he's no longer
Yeah,
interested in me or a lot of things might just come up like
true.
that. Yeah. So but it's actually necessary to understand that in a relationship there are boundaries to what you can actually discuss. There
True.
are boundaries to what you can actually hold back.
Yeah,
There are boundaries also to what you can actually like behaviors you can actually put out there in your
exactly.
relationship so that it doesn't actually trigger maybe start making the next person feeling
Insecure.
insecure about you. Yeah. So you
Exactly.
can't just like you look stunning and beautiful right now, right? I can't just start making maybe when we are out there on a date.
Okay.
I can now leave complimenting you and now start talking about
Another.
somebody who I
Yeah.
feel is beautiful out there.
Yeah.
I need to
True.
actually give you all the concentration, give you
Exactly.
all the compliments in that relationship.
I
It
get.
makes you, it boosts your morale.
Yeah.
It boosts your, it gives you charisma, right? So that's it about um things that trigger insecurity in relationships and marriage.
Yeah.
So in all we've said here today on relationship insecurity,
Yeah.
I hope it's easy for you to actually be able to identify insecurity when you are into one.
Yeah.
I hope you understand the types of insecurity we
Insecurity.
have, where we talk about the financial, we talk about the social, and we talk about the emotional
Emotion.
insecurities, right?
Exactly.
I hope you guys also will now understand that are places or things you do that can actually trigger insecurity in your
Insecurity.
relationship, right?
Yeah.
Places it might come from, things you might say or do that triggers it,
Even without knowing
you
that
might
you're
not know
doing it.
about it,
Yeah.
right? So it's actually a vital point in a relationship that you understand what insecurity really is, so you'll be able to know how to avoid it. You
Yeah.
know, this insecurity we're talking about is really something that is common out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Is
we
I think
see in
I
a
think
relationship,
is in most relationships.
I think I would say in every relationship.
True.
That's why there are little things that happen in a relationship, but people don't actually regard or
Regard.
even know
Yeah.
that this is actually an insecurity in
Exactly.
relationship. Like I always talk about the checking your partner's film parts.
Okay.
Ah, it's a no for me. I feel I know you will laugh. But come to think of it now, like check it out now. Are you a detective? The truth is there's something I used to tell my friends, right?
Okay.
You know, when it comes to relationship, checking your partner's phone, there are things you can't control in your phone. The
Okay.
chats that come into your phone are there are, you might not be able
Yeah.
to control it. The
Exactly.
calls that
I think
come into
so.
your phone, you might not be able to control it. Control I mean here is people might have intentions of like if you're a girl, guys might be actually hitting on you, right?
Okay.
And it means on your DMs, a lot of them might be dropping love messages,
Yeah.
like trying to get your attention. So imagine a situation whereby your male partner goes to your phone and he
Yeah.
opens your
And
DMs
see
and he
something
now
like that.
sees some. So he might actually be triggered. He
True.
might actually start feeling insecure and start doing or behaving in a certain kind of
Yeah,
way.
exactly.
And now be left with you will be left with explaining,
Explaining.
explaining,
You go explain
explaining.
tire.
So I think in a
Yeah.
relationship it should be okay.
Honestly, I think I will understand that you cannot control what the other person is going to send to you, right?
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
cannot like, if someone wants to call you sweetheart, you can't control it. You
Exactly.
understand?
Thank God we're here.
Which kind of wahala be this? Because
I think at this point, if you're in a relationship, you should be mature enough to understand, just like you said, that you cannot control what comes into your phone from somebody
from
out there,
yeah,
right?
from
So
yeah,
long as your contacts are out there, a lot of people might actually want to hit you, might DM you. They
yeah,
might start with sugar. They might start with my love.
sweetheart,
They
yeah,
might start with sweet. A
yeah,
whole lot of different things out there. So a relationship should be about two mature persons, right?
true,
Who have decided to come in,
yeah.
even irrespective of their differences. They are here to actually make something work. Okay,
Sure.
so It's
I
a wrap,
think
right?
it's a wrap. We've actually, said a lot about relationship insecurity.
Yeah.
So, guys, it's a wrap. See you guys in our next episode or
Yeah.
next topic. Bye, guys.
You guys should stay tuned. We have a lot more in stock for you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll really, it's going to be a banger, niggas. Niggas, it's going to be a banger. I say banger. You say bango, bango.